it's Lynette with 13 Moons Homestead. Welcome back to the channel. It's a rainy day here in the Pacific Northwest, pretty typical for winter time. And I decided, since I can't film from outside, I'll film a little bit from inside the greenhouse. Hopefully the rain on the window panes is not going to be too loud. I will try to make adjustments to the sound, and hopefully you'll be able to hear me. But I wanted to show you a little bit about what state the greenhouse is in now, and talk about what some of the plans are that we have for it. So I think I have enough photo and video of the outside to work it into here without waiting for a rain-free day to tape from the outside. So we'll see how it goes. So on the south side of the greenhouse, inside, the whole side wall is lined with this planting bed on this side, and a little work table in between, and a planting bed on the far end that had some boards put over it to be more workspace. I don't know the history of the soil in these beds, so I'm not sure yet if I will add some new or replace it entirely. You can see the wood around the windows needs some cleaning up. It's dusty and dirty and cobwebby. There's some mold, and on the walls especially there's some mold. I'm not sure exactly how we're going to get back there, but we're going to try to clean that up as much as we can. There's these hoses that come down in a couple places, and they seem to drain into a bottle underneath the tables, a large bottle. I don't know if it's to catch condensation. We haven't quite figured it out yet. All the wood up here on the windows looks pretty good. It just needs to be wiped down and dusted off. Some of these windows, well, I think all of them on this side, have a plexiglass inner layer. And on this side, they all look pretty good. On the other side, a couple of them need replaced or repaired. You can see one is slid down there. So I'm not sure how we handle the ones that go up to the top. You can see this greenhouse is set up really well. There are two vents up in the ceiling that they have a crank handle. I need to find the long handle that goes with it. It's probably around here somewhere. All kinds of tools have been left here. And then there's also venting on both sides of both doors, and there's a door at each end. They match. There's also a fan installed here, and there is a little heater that they left. There is an electric panel for the greenhouse, and it looks like 2 circuits. And the hose there is connected to water that's fed into the greenhouse, which is really nice. And then down here on the north side of the greenhouse, you can see there's a whole bank of water barrels, and they've all been painted black to absorb heat from the sun during the day and be a heat sink, and then release it slowly at night. The work top over here is higher because it fits over the barrels. And then there's a little shelf here too on the north side. The blue things here, they're actually clear plexiglass panels. I assume that somebody was going to start replacing some of the broken ones over here. There's all kinds of hooks in here for hanging. There's some wind chimes, which is ironic because there's no wind in here. And they left a chair here. It's a little bit short actually. I'll probably replace that with some stools. I'm thinking underneath I'd like to cover that dirt with some gravel, just so when I'm setting, wet buckets and stuff down there that they're not getting muddy. Also, we found in here, as we started looking around to see what we need to do to clean up, that some point there has been animal activity in here. We found a shed snake skin under the boards. This is a whole one, and we found a couple of small pieces in 2 other places. I'm not a big fan of snakes, so I want to make sure that we can make this greenhouse a little tighter from pests. The doors are wood and they're beautiful, but this is the Pacific Northwest and it rains a good part of the year, and this one does not close all the way right now. It is swollen. The one at the other end, we managed to get it shut, and it will stay shut probably until well into the summer. I'll turn around and show you. As you can hear, probably, I think you probably will be able to hear it on the video, it is raining today, so I am filming from the inside of the greenhouse. I will try to include some photos or video clips that I previously took of the outside so you can see the condition. It definitely needs cleaning. These window frames on the outside need to be power washed and resealed. They have some moss growing on them. And probably will paint them. Along the sill here, the window sill area on the outside, all the paint is peeling, so that needs to be repainted. We may choose another color. So that gives you a little bit of idea what we're thinking about for the greenhouse here on our homestead, and I wanted to just share with you a couple things that you probably saw in the video, but I didn't point out then. And we're really very lucky that the previous owners, when they moved on, they retired and they went to the coast, and so they left a lot of tools and stuff behind. So I have this whole basket here of hand tools, spades and scoops and everything that I need. And I just found yesterday, when we started moving things around to get ready to clean, that there are actually a bunch of seeds here. Lots of flower seeds, some vegetable seeds, some herbs, and white clover, white Dutch clover. I don't know what they use that for, but I'm very excited because I didn't have any seeds already, and I've been going through my seed catalogs, you know, Baker Creek and Johnny's, and some of them haven't arrived yet. They won't come until January, but it's nice to know that I have some to start with, because I really want, as soon as we get the greenhouse cleaned up, to get some pots started, especially with herbs. Oh, I've got chamomile. Yay! Hopefully some tea in the future. Basil. There's some celery here. Oh, flowers. Morning Glory. Butter crunch lettuce. Some more basil. Oh, what are these? These look like saved seeds. Camas lily, maybe? All kinds of interesting things here that'll be fun to sort through and see what I can keep. I don't know what the weather conditions have been here, how long these have been here, if they're going to be viable or not, but we will try some and find out. Onions. So I'm excited about that. And then there's also, I came out one day to see what the temperature was out here and realized there wasn't a working thermometer. So I did buy a thermometer and humidity gauge, and then I also got, for some upcoming crafts and also for gardening in general, a couple of new tools, some pruners, 2 different kinds. And the gardening centers, of course, this time of year don't have a lot of selection, but I do have at least 1 pair of gardening gloves I can use to get started. So looking forward to making some more videos for you guys coming up. I think herbs will probably be the first thing we plant, and of course we're going to do some cleanup on the greenhouse. More of the painting and repairing stuff will be in the summertime when it's dry again, but we can at least get it cleaned up in here and I can get started. And I need to learn a little bit about greenhouse growing. It is definitely warmer inside the greenhouse than outside of it, but I don't know how warm it needs to be to grow things. So herbs in particular are what we're going to start with. So I have some reading and research to do. If you have any recommendations of things I can grow now, they could even be things that stay in the greenhouse. I know starting things for the garden probably isn't until further into like January, February, or later. So let me know what you know about greenhouse growing. Thanks very much for watching and tuning in. If you're new to the channel and you want to keep up with us, please hit the subscribe button. If you want to be notified anytime I upload a new video, hit the little bell. We really appreciate if you like and share this video, and we'd love to hear your comments below. Thanks so much for joining us.